Well, good morning. As you can see behind me, I'm at the Ag Show in Kent today. Now, hope you enjoy the video. There might be a part 2 as well. And thanks for coming along. If you do enjoy the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up for me. And subscribe to the channel, I'd appreciate that. Anyway, onwards and upwards. Good morning.
Hello. You want me to scan you in? Are you sorted or have you already pre-registered?
I have. Just got to find you.
That's alright.
Sorry, you don't mind being on YouTube?
I
can delete you.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Right, where are you? Egg shop. Check in. We'll start this in first, I think.
So it's not like a huge.
Good morning. Like to tell me about your business?
Yeah, it's your business. I'm just here to support it.
It's not my business.
Well, you're at the Ag Show today anyway, aren't you?
I work for the manufacturer.
Yep.
Nilfisk Machines that were in here.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm here to represent Pressure Clean, who are my customer and the people that have the stand here today. Biggest pressure washer dealer for us in the southeast.
Very big in the agricultural business.
Massive, yeah. It's one of the main
Fantastic.
markets. Yeah. So.
And where can we get hold of you if we want?
We're just down in Uckfield, actually,
okay.
So not too far away. We have engineers which cover all of the southeast, this corner of the southeast. So it's there's plenty of coverage. We do several exhibitions through the year as well. So it's there's a lot of support. And the agriculture exhibitions in general are really good for us as a company. So.
Okay, and what is your best machine for the agricultural industry, would you say? What's your top seller?
Well, really, to be honest, for the agriculture industry, you're starting to move towards the hot machines, which are these machines here. They look very similar. They have various different technical nuances which make them different. But cleaning with a higher pump and with hot water is about 3 times more effective than cleaning with cold water.
Right.
So certainly when you're moving through into winter time and the machinery is coming back from the fields and it's very dirty indeed, it's really you're better off looking towards a hot machine as opposed to struggling along with a cold machine.
Fantastic. And obviously Karch is probably your main adversary, really?
Yeah, well, no, it's a big market. There's enough room for everyone. I mean, people know Karcher because of their domination in the home pressure washer market.
Yep.
They make excellent machines. I won't do them down as a manufacturer. Nilfisk as well, very similar. So you'll find that if Karcher have got a machine, we've got an equivalent machine. We're normally a little bit more reasonable on price wise for them because we don't have to pay for the
That's fantastic.
marketing.
I can see in your post there you do like a wet and dry vacuum system as well, do you?
Yeah, indeed. It's not just pressure cleaners that we do. You have industrial vacuums as well, which are suitable just for standard cleaning if you want to. just like standard industrial cleaning, but then actually if you're looking towards either flour production or grain stores where there's flour dust around and that, you actually need something which is ATEX compliant. What that means is it's safe to use in potential explosive environments, because a lot of people don't realise that flour dust and grain dust can be explosive. So so this machine like this here, that's actually designed to be ATEX and that, so it's a non-static machine, has special tools adapted, so there's no chance of static being given off at all, so it's safe to use in agricultural environments and that kind of stuff.
I mean, ideal for the dairy industry really, if they're tidying up a little bit of muck in like the dairy or something like that. Or
yeah, to be honest, I mean, the food industry, dairy industry, etc. We actually do machines which are slightly bigger, which are designed to take in more liquids as well on that side of things. So yeah, all bases covered really. It's using a base machine, but there are several different bespoke adaptations you can put onto machines to suit specific industries.
Oh, fantastic. Well, I appreciate you talking to me now. I'm going to hand you a card. And your name is?
Donna.
Donna, and you are the owner of the company?
Gary's the owner.
Gary's the owner, so we have Gary as well. Okay, well thanks ever so much for giving us your time, and have a good day, you guys.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Take care.
Good morning, I can see you're lonely and quiet here.
Yeah.
Want to tell me a bit about what you do?
Yeah, sure. We're the largest network of connected ag weather stations.
Right.
So collecting infield data through our network of weather stations. You can see on there just under 19,000 across the world.
Right.
Just over 1,000 in the UK. And then interpreting it onto a user-friendly dashboard.
And the farmers can use that on their tablets?
Yeah, tablets, phone, well, any provider.
Okay, so in the cab they could actually use it to see the weather coming or something like that?
Yeah, exactly. We've got forecasts. We work with different forecast providers. So obviously in the UK most often it's the Met Office, but we've got other providers from other countries as well.
Yep.
So you can actually see we've got a live rain radar. We've got a forecast breakdown on the left hand side.
Is the rain coming now? Because I ain't got a jacket.
Let's have a look. Where are we? No, it looks like we might just get away with it.
Fantastic.
Yeah, 3 hours.
I'm hoping to put the drone up as well, so I'm hoping the wind to calm down a little bit as well.
Yeah.
So you work closely with the farmers, obviously.
Yes.
Do you have to? Is there a sign-up fee or something like that? Sorry.
Yeah. So it's a one-off cost for the hardware, which you can see behind you, and then after that there's an annual subscription cost as well. So.
I think we should also say they're really easy to install stations. You don't need any tools. You clip the mast, switch them on. There is only one button, and then they transmit live real-time weather
And this
data.
is what the kit they'd get. Would be this sort of thing?
So this is the wind crop that measures wind speed, wind gust, wind direction in real time, and this one is the rain crop, rainfall, temperature, and humidity. Right here you have 6 sensors, 3 for temperature and 3 for humidity, so it's very reliable.
And would they be able, obviously, the farmer in the field be able to sort of connect with this system, would they?
So you buy the hardware. Cost.
So I didn't catch your name.
Victoria.
Victoria.
My name is Victoria.
And that's a strange accent there. I presume that's a little foreign accent.
French, yes.
French, good girl. Thank you. You're not foreign, are you?
I'm not foreign. No, I'm Norfolk, born and bred.
Okay.
So as you can see on here, this is the obviously the subscription, the software, sorry, and that's an annual subscription cost. So you have a breakdown of the stations that you own, and you can see how it's interpreted there: an hour, today, yesterday, last 7 days, temperature and humidity. What you can also do is you can access and see stations within a 40-kilometre radius of where yours are.
Yeah.
So you can connect with any around to build up a picture of what's happening. Depends on subscription plan, on how many, how far back you can go on the history.
You keep mentioning the subscription plan. Easy for you. Is it a big cost? What is an average plan?
So the entry plan is the essential plan, which is £79 a year.
Oh, that's
So it's not a lot. The next one, the most common one we have is the Pro plan, which is 149, and then we have a top level, which is the Plus plan, which is 229 a year, and that's for like large scale contractors. And it all depends on the amount of stations you want to be able to view that you own, and other features. If you want to link it into like one of our partners, we call them decision support tools. So it's third-party agronomy tools. You can feed the data from your field into these platforms for like disease modelling, yield prediction, anything like that.
Oh, fantastic! Right. So you work with the farmers closely. Now, do you work with constructions or industrial, oil people where they've got a lot of smoke and steam coming out of the chimneys to provide where the weather's coming in or the wind's coming in?
No, we don't currently. We're very focused on agriculture.
Fantastic.
We've got competitors out there that do have different services. We're very focused on agriculture, and everything that we do is tailored towards that, with disease modelling and using it for the farmers. We work with other industries that work with farmers. So whether it be environmental companies, water companies, anything like that, but they're working with the farmers, so it still has
water
that
companies, obviously, because obviously the
catchment areas and monitoring surface water. It's a good partner with ours, but again, it's working closely with the farmer. Always comes back to working with agriculture and the farmer.
So if a farmer wants to drill the following day, now could he go on the system and see what the weather forecast is, an accurate weather forecast rather than the BBC and ITV, which are hit and miss at sometimes, aren't they?
So when you go onto our forecast, service, we give you how far forward it'll actually give you the forecast and how accurate it is. So if you wanted to know what it would be like tomorrow, we have a provider from the Netherlands which only gives you 2 days forecast, but it's accurate to 5 kilometres. So it's very accurate, but not very far forward, which obviously the further forward you go, the less accurate the forecast is going to be. But if you want to know what it's going to be like tomorrow for a particular reason, then you can pick and choose what you need.
Let's say for spraying, for drilling.
And especially for spraying and even for drilling, you can also see what the conditions have been like. So you can look at temperature, you can look at, for a sprayer, will it travel? Will conditions allow it to travel? Have I had too much rain? And same with drilling, is it the right temperature? We've been having some really cold nights, even though they've been warm days. Is the temperature going to be right for drilling? There's lots of different uses for it.
Thanks ever so much for your time. We do appreciate it. What I'm going to do is give you a card now in your pocket.
Perfect.
See you later then,
Take care.
Good morning, summer farmers. Southern farmers. Can you tell us a little bit about yourselves?
We are an agricultural buying group based in the heart of Kent, serving agricultural farming across the county. So we have a membership, so our members sign up to a membership with us, and that enables them to have access to our extensive list of suppliers, offering them discounts.
Fantastic discounts, we like to see that.
With the additional benefits of just a single payment then, and we will pay all the suppliers on your behalf, so efficient and cheap.
Okay, and the subscription cost is?
£62.50 charged twice a year, and then we charge an admin fee on every invoice process.
Okay, and so obviously you'll get that back in the discounts that we offer within the companies and everything. So anyway, thanks ever so much for your time. Hope you didn't mind being filmed. No. It'll be on YouTube. I'm going to give you another card, so if you can hold that for a second. Thanks guys.
Thank you very much.
Cheerio.
Bye.
Good morning, guys. Is that someone going to talk to me about your company and what you do? Don't all look at each other. I'll do a quick scan of you, and then I'll come in the warm, I think. That's it. Everyone do a runner. Right. Going to take all of your names. I'm going to take you first.
Steve.
Steve from
ACS Farm Image. Soil sampling.
Okay, for the farming, agricultural industry.
Yeah.
And what do you look at in them soil samples then?
PK, MGs.
Yeah. And do you offer service to the farmers?
We do.
Obviously at a cost.
At a cost, yeah.
Is there an annual cost or is there just a one-off cost?
It's a one-off cost. We normally go around, so you have to have your soil sampled once every 4 years.
Yep.
What else do you want to know?
Anything you'd like to tell me, really? You're laughing, so we talk to you then.
Okay, we do soil scanning with our lovely piece of machinery there. You
Which
can
I will
get that
get to in a minute. Yep.
Scan for organic matter, topography, soil texture.
Yep.
Yeah, nutrient management planning.
Oh, fantastic. I'm going to turn around to these people in the corner here. What do you do within the company?
I soil sample.
Yep.
So I go around to the farmers and take their soils samples, and then we send them off to the lab to get analysed.
Is it your own lab or do you have an external lab?
Well, pH we do ourselves, and then anything other goes off to external.
Okay, and do you have a sort of like a written up or a computerised email you send the farmers afterwards?
Yes,
I'm pointing the camera at you now.
Yeah, the farmers, everything that is
It's completely broke down.
Everything is taken from the farm regarding the soil is obviously, you know, all the results are sent back to the farmers so that they all know exactly what's going on and can make their decisions on what
Fantastic.
to do next.
And you're just getting a new system right now whereby all the soil results are going to get uploaded onto a web browser. They can log in and they can download all their results, they can view them.
Yeah.
They can, if they're having precision farming, precision soil analysis, they can download all their spreading files. If they want to do variable rate nitrogen, for example, and they can. What else can they do on it? We've got satellite mapping.
Your satellite
We're squeezing together.
satellite imagery. Satellite imagery, so they can do their NDVI images.
Okay.
They can do variable nitrogen applications.
They can upload the yield maps on there.
Okay. Are you local? Are you?
Yeah.
You are local, and you're obviously on the web, so people can contact you via the web.
Yep.
Okay, then. Well, that's thanks. Thanks ever so much for all of you. I came round for your time and speaking to me. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get you to hold the camera a second. And I'm going to give you a card. So you can point it at anyone you like. Pointing at your worst enemy.
You're not putting this on anywhere, are you?
It's going
we're not be telly tomorrow.
It's going on YouTube probably Sunday morning.
You're going to edit it, I hope.
Yeah. Well, I
I've never edit anything.
Please do.
Okay then. So starting again, your name is? Louise.
Steve.
Hazel.
Elliot.
You didn't say nothing. I would have told you anyway.
Katie.
Well, I'm nothing to do with
Elliot's
it.
a techie man.
Oh, okay. Thanks for your time. I will show your piece of equipment outside here as well.
Right. Okay.
There you go. That's the equipment they use. I presume it's going to be dragged around. So, does someone want to talk me around this bit of gear? Right, so what do we have here then?
So this is our Veris U3 scanner.
Yep.
So you've got 4 discs on the front. They do electroconductivity to give you EC readings, and then on the back you have an organic matter sampler. So
I would say it goes into soil.
So that goes into soil about 2 inches deep.
Yep.
And it's reading the brightness of the soil.
Yep.
When you scan the whole field, it will then direct you to certain low areas of EC and high areas of EC, low areas of organic matter.
And you'll see
high
that
areas.
in the car, would you? What you're tying it behind?
You have a screen in the car. You normally tie it behind a pickup truck.
Yep.
And you have a screen in there, and it's sort of painting a picture as you drive across the field, travelling at about 15 kilometres an hour.
Yep.
Every 12 metres. And so yeah, when you've finished scanning the field, it directs you to high areas and low areas of EC or organic matter, where you then take core samples.
Yep.
So you'll ground truth in the information that you've got, send that off to the lab for analysis. When the results come back, you then upload that to the field fusion system.
Yep.
And then with the readings the machine has taken, it will then estimate the organic matter levels and CEC between the low areas and the higher areas.
Fantastic. So I mean, you could sort of paint a complete picture of your farm. You know where to put fertiliser.
So you use it for
you know
variable
where to
rate
put
seeding.
lime,
Seeding,
drilling, everything for the future.
That's right. Yeah.
Fantastic. Thanks for your time. I do
Okay.
appreciate that.
No problem.
Thanks, guys. You ain't got a jacket, have you? Spare jacket.
I'm cold like this.
I'm freezing. I wish I put a coat on there. Good morning.
Morning.
And what are you about? Tell me all about your company.
Well, Anglia Grain Services with mobile seed cleaners.
Ah, okay, yeah, so that's quite good in the agricultural industry. So you take the seed off the farm, or do you take it from a supplier?
We go to the farm and process his own seed on farm.
Okay.
And so take the crop he's harvested, clean it through various clean aspiration and sieves, gravity separation, and then treat it up with whatever chemicals he wants to treat it with, and bag it up into ton or half-ton bags.
So if we talk about, say, a general crop, say, such as wheat or something like that, what would you put on that? Obviously you take all the chaff out of it and one thing and another.
Yeah, not just any impurities, any weed seeds or anything, but we select the sort of the boldest grain to give it the best, as you'll see from like this example here.
Yep.
So this is out of the same sample of wheat, but from this middle point here, this is the bigger seed, as in that, and this is the smaller seed. And you can see that you get a healthier plant, not just healthier plant, but healthier rooting system.
All right.
As well from it.
Fantastic.
Whereas the small seeds have got a smaller.
Yeah. So what would you put it through? Several sieves or something like that, would you? Or?
So the first, what we call a pre-cleaner, is sieves and aspiration, so air.
Blows all the chaff away and the nasty bits and pieces and the grass seeds.
And then the main cleaning part of the machine is a gravity separator, which separates the grain to specific weight.
Yeah.
So and on the front of there you can accept or reject whatever proportion you want. So
okay. And I see you got a sample. And have you got a sample you could show us, or is it?
No, we haven't. I haven't actually on me. No.
Okay.
No.
So this unit will be transported to the farm.
Yeah.
And is it self-sufficient? It doesn't need power from the farm or anything like that?
We normally have a generator hanging on the back of it. So
okay, so you're
self-contained.
Fully
We need it. All we need is grain in a trailer to tip into it, and a forklift to take the bags away.
When you say so you've got a hopper at the back of it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay then. Well, thanks ever so much. I appreciate your time with me, and I think we're going to see the drill man now. Oh, it's dark. Good afternoon now.
Good afternoon.
And you are?
My name's Jacob Darby. I'm territory manager for the South East of England.
Yeah.
Here we've got a Claydon T4, it's a 4 metre trail machine.
Yeah.
Seed and fertiliser options on it. It's a direct drill. I'll walk you around here.
Fantastic.
On the front tools we've got
let's scan down there.
Got a cutting disc to cut trash. Following behind the disc we've got a leading time breaking the soil, putting air in the soil.
Yep.
Behind the front time we've got the A-share with 2 rows of seed being placed either side of that drainage channel.
So is this not? It's not like a conventional drill where it digs a slot. This is it sort of lifts the soil up and tucks it underneath, does it?
Exactly that.
Oh, okay.
And then at the back of the drill we've got the paddles and the harrows that follow and level.
And level the ground afterwards.
Yeah, exactly.
Fantastic. And obviously you do many other pieces of kit. Let's get the camp. That's it. And this is your main seller, is it?
In this part of the world, it probably is our main seller, yeah.
Yeah.
We do a mounted range as well, so fully mounted 3 metres to 6 metres. We do a trailed range from 3 metres to 8 metres.
And I mean, obviously it's not a conventional drill, so what makes this better than a normal drill, what opens up a slip, drops the seed in and then covers it back up again?
This drill is designed especially to go direct into stubble after the combine's been out in the field. You can follow the combine out of the field and drill direct.
Oh, so it's minimum till?
Exactly, so it's designed primarily for direct drilling. So naturally saving heaps of diesel, heaps of time, putting fertility back in the ground.
And one pass?
Exactly, in one pass.
One pass, it's all done, yeah.
Exactly.
Let's have a walk a bit more. So what's the capacity of seed would this take then?
So this takes 3,600 litres, which is about just shy of a tonne and a half each side, so 2 to 3 tonnes.
Yeah. And sort of how many acres would that drill, you think?
In an acre drill, comfortably 60, 70 acres in a day, with a 200 horsepower tractor.
Oh right, so it can crack on then?
Yeah, absolutely. The output's high.
Really?
High, yeah.
Okay then. Well, I can see the benefits of it, and thank you for your time. I appreciate that, and I'll give you a card as well.
Yeah,
I'm not letting anyone go without a card. So if you can hold that for me. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Can I catch your name again?
I'm Jacob.
And you're based where?
In Suffolk.
In Suffolk.
Yeah.
But you serve the Kent area as well.
Exactly.
But you do a countrywide service?
Yeah, we do, yeah.
And do you have engineers go out if there is any problems?
Yeah, we work with dealers across the country.
Thanks ever so much then. Cheerio for now then.
Cheers.
Good morning.
Oh, we better hide the food.
Hide the food. How are we doing? I'm going to put my tea down there if you don't mind.
No, it's fine.
And I'm going to squat down as well. I'm in the wall. So, tell me about yourselves. And how do you affect the agricultural industry?
Well, I don't know about affect it. We'd like to think that we assist it as opposed to affect it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perhaps it's the wrong wording.
No, that's fine. We're suppliers to the agricultural industry because of the unique product that we have.
Yes.
In as much as we have a forklift that can work on hard standing, but more importantly, can go into an orchard.
Yes.
And
now that's a good idea with the apple growers, isn't it?
Absolutely. Yep. We supply many of the growers of Kent, either horticulture or agriculture.
Yep.
Because of the design of the truck allows them to do two jobs with one machine.
Yes, and it's a small enough machine that you haven't got to take a big all-terrain vehicle out into the field.
No.
Or carry a fork truck on the back of a tractor or something like that.
No, it's easily transportable on the back of a standard plant trailer.
Yeah.
Because it's low ground weight. It's been a very successful product for Prince for 40 years.
Okay. Now, when you talk about apple boxes, can you carry more than one apple box, or do you need?
Yep. The Tiger is rated to carry 3.
Okay.
So we can do 400 kilo boxes
comfortably.
If indeed the customer wants to carry 3 at a time.
I mean, yes, he would normally put it onto like a bomb trailer, wouldn't he?
Absolutely.
That's right,
yeah, absolutely.
They might want to put 2 at a time on the bomb trailer.
Yeah. Well, that's useful because you could be in the vicinity of the bomb trailer and you could be loading it quickly.
Yeah.
And then get him away and get another tractor in with another trailer on the rear, can't
right,
they?
yes.
Sure.
Yeah.
So it makes good sense, really. And having only one vehicle saves on fuel for all these tractors as well, and no standing around time as well.
No, absolutely right. It's a very, very versatile piece of kit.
Yeah. And are you local?
We are. We're Kent based. We're based out of Lim, near Hythe. But the manufacturing facility is in Holland.
Okay. And I was going to say, do you have a backup service? Is it obviously when someone comes along and buys the machine?
Yep.
Do you rent as well? Do you lease?
Yep, we do. We have a fairly sizable fleet of hire machines for casual hire.
Yep.
For peak periods such as the harvest.
Yep.
We have all our own field service engineers who all work for us. They're all our own staff. We don't subcontract anything out.
Fantastic.
So Prinz is pretty much a one-stop shop for not only the Prinz product, but we are also trying to chase out authorised dealers for the South East England as well.
Okay, and obviously I mentioned the backup service, so if there's any problems you've got an engineer that can go out and sort any problems?
Straight away, yes. Yep.
And obviously you carry the spares for the machines?
We do, yes.
Because that's a bit of a no-no these days, isn't it? Spares, what's that all about? It's a 2-week wait for spares, isn't it?
Well, it has become that because a lot of spares come from abroad.
Yep.
And
but let's put it in the perspective here. So if the farmer's got his harvest going, so he needs a fork truck, and for some reason it breaks down, can you have an overnight delivery of a spare to repair that and get it going for the next day?
Next day, yeah. Normally that's the situation. Yeah.
If we don't have it in stock, what we do have is a hire fleet of machines that we can replace the truck with.
That's even better.
Or we can take a component off of to keep somebody going.
Yeah. Now that's a great system where you just mentioned about you can actually give them another vehicle while theirs is being repaired.
Absolutely.
So there's no stop time between the harvest.
We fully appreciate that for a 3-month period in the UK at least. Not so much the same in Holland, or for some of the growers like Thanet Earth, for instance, who are growing under glass, and a lot of the garden centres and horticultural suppliers that grow all year round under glass. We understand that the harvest is a massively important time for the growers of Kent to get their produce out of the fields and into the shops.
Time's money, as they say, doesn't it? Having
Absolutely.
pickers sitting around for a day or two waiting for a fork truck is not going to be very happy, is it?
No, we've geared our business to look after those sort of customers, and we have enough field engineers with our own vehicles, our own parts, to keep people running 24/7 during peak periods. Okay.
Now, I've got to mention, do you have a diesel, a gas or electric fork truck, or do you just specialise in one particular field?
Good question. We supply all 3.
All 3?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I'm thinking of the actually where the apples are stored, so they don't want a diesel engine spitting out fumes within the...
Quite right.
Exactly. Yeah. We supply a lot of electric trucks for those applications.
Yeah.
And that's from the Toyota j.c.b range.
Oh, okay.
Which is a very versatile piece of kit, well built. reliable, and the little 3-wheelers on those are really manoeuvrable, quite
Fantastic.
handy for the stores, cold stores.
I'm just thinking, obviously, when the traders come back, they've got a little battery one there. They can unload the traders straight into the cold stores.
That's absolutely right.
You know, and there's no diesel fumes going into the cold stores. They can go straight in there.
We supply all three different types of power to suit each application.
Well, thanks, guys. I appreciate it. And can I take your names firstly?
Absolutely. I'm Mark Dorman.
And I'm Clive Richardson.
Of
Prince Forklifts.
Thanks ever so much for your time. Let's take you outside then. I can just show you your. This is sort of the van the guys will have.
Yeah, this is our service van for the guys run.
Fantastic.
This sort of size, so they've got plenty of room inside to get in and work if they need to work.
Yeah,
out the rain.
Inclement weather and all that.
Yeah.
So this is your main user, is it?
This is the Orchard spec truck that we supply.
Yep.
The forklift. So made by Prins in Holland, based on a Toyota forklift.
Yep.
Modify. They've got the bigger wheels on it, longer wheelbase, change all the back end. Lots of ground clearance. So they can get in the orchard without any trouble.
Right.
What nice wide tyres, so it spreads the load well.
Yeah, of course.
And doesn't churn up the ground too much.
And what sort of lift has it got?
Well, most of them have got a 3 metre mast or 3.2 metre mast.
Mast.
So yeah, that's high enough to put the bins on the trailers and things like that. That's all they need. It comes with another little extra, which is this unit here, which is a hydraulic accumulator.
Yes.
And the idea of that is that when it's running across, it takes some of the bounce out the mast.
Oh,
it's like a shock absorber for the mast.
That's a great idea. When you're carrying apples, you don't want to be
being shaken about
and banged around a lot, do you?
No. So we supply that.
I can see the electric one next door to it as well.
This is the sort of thing that they might want in if they're running a pack house.
Yes.
To run pallet loads of stuff in and out of the pack house and round about the pack house. So yeah, that's a little. We supply a lot of those little machines. Very handy.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I mean we haven't got much of our range here because it's one day show. We can't bring everything around.
No, of course.
But as you say, little electric forklifts again, handy for the pack
you
house.
sell them or at least them, do you?
Both,
as well?
yeah.
Both. So they can contact you and go and speak to yourself or your colleagues and set up a yearly contract
with us. Yeah. Or even if they just want something short term for getting out of trouble or during a busy period. We normally got stuff we can hire for a short term as well. So yeah.
Thanks ever so much for your time.
All right.
I appreciate it.
Thank
Cheerio.
you.
Good afternoon, guys. Tell me about your product you're trying to sell today.
You go first. Hang on, who are you talking to?
Now you're all running away from me. Don't run away from me.
Mr. Grizzly. Yeah.
You're Mr. Grizzly.
I am indeed. Yes.
And so, what do you obviously fabricate all these machines yourself?
Yeah. Yeah, we're from down in Devon.
Okay.
We've had a ferrule drive.
Yes, you have a ferrule drive. You've got a few. You want to walk us around and tell me what your
can do, sure.
products are?
So we start here then.
What's your name? So I didn't catch your name.
Joe.
Joe. Thank you. So where do we start then, Joe?
Start here then. I'll track the bumpers.
Yep.
We import these from the Netherlands, and we sell these around the UK.
So what do we have here? Do we have like a pushing system or something? Is it or just?
This is purely a safety front bumper for a tractor.
Right, and a storage box in the front?
Storage box in there.
For tools or rocks or anything they find as they're going around?
Anything you want to chuck in there.
Yep.
You've got, if you look down the back.
I'll try.
Fully adjustable there to suit any tractor, any size tyre.
Okay, and it can be expanded out. I can see you've got some.
Yep, completely adjustable. And that there will take as much impact as you want.
And you've got lights on it, I see as well, so you can plug into a tractor system, can't you? For the flashers.
Yep.
As you're going down the road and one thing. Oh, you're not a local. You're come from Devon. So have you got a website or something that people can see?
Yeah, there's a website there on the top.
Oh, okay then. Let's see if I can get that. And they can speak to one of your colleagues, I presume?
Yeah, well, it's pretty much just me, to be honest.
Oh, okay then.
So this was our first design 2 years ago. The Wrap Master, that's got quite a following now on Facebook. That's basically a hydraulic tipping wrap carrier, so you can carry plastic film on the tubes.
Yep.
You carry 2 rolls of net on the front. It's made basically for a combination baler, really, and compactor. grass underneath the tractor.
Okay. What did you see? A window where you could bring something like that, and you fabricated it yourself? Did you?
Yeah, I had a customer come to me saying they wanted a wrap carrier, and I said, "Is there a way we can make this better rather than more like an agricultural product? Let's make it like a market."
Yeah, I mean it's a substantial piece of kit, isn't it? It's not made out of tin, is it? I mean, you can see it's well fabricated.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's there's nothing light or nothing. There's no steel mist on it. It's yeah, it's quite a heavy duty product really.
Okay,
for what it is.
Let's move on then.
So this one here is our new, well, literally made it last week. I haven't really advertised it too much yet.
Right.
It's basically for picking up bales of any size. At that distance you can pick up small square bales.
Yep.
It'll pick up rounds at any angle, and then it'll pick up large square bales even on its end. It'll open right out, so you can pick up any size bale without damaging wrap on the... So we've got rollers on there.
Yep.
So there's no risk to damaging wrap.
So, as you say, if you have a wrapped bale in the field, you're not going to spike it or have to go around with tape afterwards and fill in any marks or anything. It will pick up nice and safe.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. Okay, fantastic. I was just saying, another really substantial piece of kit there. Your design is brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, we did try.
And moving round to your next bit of kit.
This is our straw rollers.
And these are all front loaders, obviously. You can put it on the front of a
that's
tractor.
On your, that's obviously on your telehandlers or tractor loaders.
Yep.
The other bits of kit are on the front linkage.
Yep. And what does this do again?
So this is for knocking down your straw rows behind the combine.
Oh, right.
For big square baling.
So the baler can follow up.
That's it.
Behind, you've got obviously this on the front and you've got the baler on the back.
Yep.
And it sorts it all out.
Yeah, it knocks out any lumps from the combine. Just makes the row that bit easier to feed into the baler, really.
Okay.
Gets the straw underneath the tractor more. Gets it away from any PTO shafts, drive shafts, anything really.
Oh, fantastic!
A lot of the drivers say it does. They can feel it going into the baler a lot easier.
Really.
And then,
well, that's good feedback, though, isn't it? Really, because that's what you need off the agricultural industry. Feedback of building something in England that's substantial and long lasting, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I didn't want to go. Didn't want to do it cheap.
No. Well, you get what you pay for.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
Heavy
if you want
duty
something
box,
to last, you're going to build it to last.
Yeah.
If you want something 2 bob, you'll get 2 bobs worth of equipment in, didn't you?
Yep.
Okay, then, so we've got a big roller here with some ugly looking spikes on the back there.
My machine, to be honest.
Alright, so we move round.
That's the way it works, guys. So
okay, so you've got a grab here, what, a silage grab, is it?
These are our shear grabs. Yeah, these are quite large capacity grabs, to be honest.
Yeah, it's not the average size.
Your average, most of them are around 300mm stroke rams.
Yep.
We've gone 400. You'd hold about a ton of feed in there easy.
Right, so good for the dairy industry.
Yeah.
And obviously you've got a website that's covering all your equipment, haven't you?
Yeah, we have. We're quite active on social media, Facebook. Again, on these, I've upped everything, so I don't think there's a shear grab on the market with our size pins. I've gone 65mm pins made from a solid 100mm piece of bar.
Fantastic.
With lathed ends.
Do you do all the manufacturing yourself?
Yeah, everything.
What, in-house? Have you got your own manufacturing?
Yeah, we just took on a new factory in our village in Torrington where I've grown up. Always been worked from a small farm workshop, and we've just took on a 22,000 square foot factory now to go into everything.
Fantastic. It's nice to see it. It's nice to see people that's buying British as well.
Yeah.
Obviously.
I need to put some more UK flags on too.
Yes, I think you do.
I've got some on the front.
Have you?
I've got them there. A lot of people told me that.
You're hardly talking to me.
Anyway, sorry, what was your name again?
Joe Grills.
And you're from Grizzly Fab?
Grizzly Fab. Play on the words, yeah.
Thanks for your time.
No problem.
Okay. Guys, who wants to talk me around your funny looking rollers? Can I catch your name?
Jason.
From?
Airworks Limited.
And right, so tell me what's this peculiar looking, vicious looking rollers all about then?
So it's oversized drum land aerator for improving reducing compaction, improving yields in grass crops.
Compaction's quite a big thing now
It
with
is
the
indeed,
size
yes.
of the tractors that's going round, and they leave tram marks all over the place.
And also obviously animal compaction as well. So yes, basically it's to break down the compaction and start to so you can get air, moisture into the ground and improve your yields basically.
It's better now. Ploughing's a dirty word these days, isn't it? Because you don't want to actually release the carbons out the ground.
Yeah.
Now with this, you're only going down what, 6 inches? Would you?
It's a 7-inch blade, obviously.
So you're letting the air into the soil, but you're not actually turning it over. So you can go over with a mill-till type drill.
Yeah, you can if you wanted to, but obviously the biggest predominant industry is for us is grassland, so dairies, sheep farmers, and basically we're trying to improve their yields and reduce their compaction so that they get a better yield and a better.
Oh, fantastic! And are you a local company or you come far?
We're Hampshire.
Hampshire. And they could find you on the internet, I presume?
Yes, they can. Yeah, we've got the website, and obviously we're British homemade and.
Fantastic, like the Grizzly guy.
Yeah,
it's all built in Britain.
It's all built in Britain. Yeah.
Right. So we'll have, and this is how wide is this implement then?
This is a 3 metre, 30-inch mounted aerator, probably the most popular model. Capable of the horsepower requirements of about 120 horsepower.
Could it be front mounted on a big tractor?
It can be front mounted.
I'm just thinking you could sort of like one pass this on the front of the tractor or something, then a seed, like a grass seed machine on the back of it, sort of thing.
Yeah, you can do. I mean, we have done aerators with seeders on as well.
Oh, okay.
We put sets of harrows on behind if you needed to.
We can have come to that. I can see that it's a great design. That
but we do it on the large machines as well.
So it's mainly a rear mounted.
Mainly rear mounted. We do front mounted. Specialised people. A lot of people we use it as a mounted machine and then have like an umbilical system behind.
Yeah.
So that slurry then.
Oh, you can hit straight into the slots afterwards.
Straight in the slots. Slurry's then not sat on top of the surface.
Oh, that's a great
thing. So.
Yeah. Okay. I can see it's been well made. It's all substantial. Like I was saying to the Grizzly man previous, you built it to last, obviously.
Yes, but it's important that it's built with a lot of weight in it because it's weight and speed. Weight and speed equals kinetic energy, so it gives you a better shattering effect when every point hits the ground.
And is it water filled?
Yeah, it can be. We can add up to a ton of water to it. So you can get the 3 metre 30-inch mounted will basically go up to 2.4 tonne when it's full of water.
Oh, fantastic. Well, let's have a look at your other piece of kit as well. You said it has the harrows on the back to smooth afterwards.
Yeah, this is
level the ground afterwards.
This is we've basically adapted this for the smaller markets, so like the equestrian small holdings.
Yeah.
Everybody's got compaction of some degree, so we thought we designed a little smaller one for more compact tractors.
Yeah.
And then they can also, clear up their dung, tidy up, dethatch at the same time.
Okay.
So yeah.
That's fantastic. Now, if someone comes along and buys this piece of equipment off you, do you have a backup service for them? Say if something went, I can't see a lot to go wrong.
No, hopefully there's not a lot to go wrong.
But would you put your?
No, we've got several guys in the workshop or on the road, and we fully back it up and we guarantee
fantastic.
it.
And what would you do, a lease or would it be an outright buy?
Outright buy, or it can be done on a lease if you wanted to, or finance.
Okay. Well, I appreciate your time.
No worries.
And hopefully people will look on your website then.
Yeah.
Thanks
Thank you very much.
Right, moving on. We've got some chap hiding behind a van there. Good afternoon, guys.
Good afternoon. You sure?
It's just afternoon. Right, tell me about your company and what do you provide for the agricultural industry?
We're BDC Systems and we provide post-harvest processing equipment.
Okay, and that means drying of the...
drying, conveying, cleaning, conditioning, long-term storage, short-term storage, anything really from the moment it's in the trailer.
So obviously because it's best if a farmer stores some product and then sells it at the optimum time for the best prices, obviously.
Yeah.
So that is where your sort of industry would come into effect.
Yeah.
And you can offer this service direct to the farmer.
Yeah.
There's no other companies involved, is there?
We supply the majority of the time through the dealer trade.
Yeah.
But we're national with dealers all over the country.
And would you go in and fit this all yourselves? Would you have fitters and people that goes along to the...
We have our own technical team, but most of the time when we supply through the dealer trade, they've got their own installation teams.
Yeah.
So they can provide local sort of on-the-spot backup.
Okay. I can see the piece of kit behind us now.
Yep.
So that's the screen wide, so you can see everything that's working or fouled or tricked.
So this particular is the BDC moisture monitoring system.
Okay.
That we've linked in. Well, we can have it as a standalone system, or you can have it linked in with the dryers. So when we're selling new drying plants now, the majority of the time we sell that as well. So that'll measure the moisture that comes into the store, and then the moisture as it's going back. Oh, sorry. It will measure the moisture as it comes into the plant, into the drying system and cleaning and whatnot.
Yeah.
And it will also measure the moisture as it comes out of the dryer and then into store.
Oh, fantastic. So the guy's not got to walk around with his meter no more. He can sit in-house. He can walk over to it, press a couple of buttons and it's all there in front of him. Yeah. And could you sort of like... Because the people they're selling it to, obviously, they would like to see what's the moisture level is. Can you sort of like email that to them?
Yeah, that'll keep all the records. So if you've got this on your grain plant, even if you're not going through a dryer, that will log everything as it comes in the store.
Oh, right.
And you can see the date, the time.
Yep.
The full works.
Oh, right. And as you say, is it Bluetoothed or?
It's you can have either a SIM card in now, or you can have it direct into like a local area network or the internet.
Because not all dryers are on the farm these days, isn't it? Because the farms are spread far and wide now, aren't they? So I mean, if you could bring up the results on your phone,
you can see it on the phone,
and then you contact the guys who you're going to sell it to, and you can show them your information. Yes.
Yeah, it's great for crop assurance records and everything. The other thing is as well, I mean, we haven't got an example plant within that screen, but you can have your entire grain plant within the touch screen, so you can literally run your grain drying system from the combine or from the comfort of your own home.
Oh, right.
So there's no need to have an on-site operator anymore.
Well, that's good, I suppose, in one way, but sad for the guys that used to do the job, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, they're all retiring now, aren't they?
Yeah, well, okay. Well, we're all getting old, aren't we? And your name is?
My name's Luke.
Right, let's move around a little bit now. These people seem to be quiet. Let's go and have a word with Agro-Vista. Good morning, guys.
Hello.
And you are?
We are Agri-Vista.
And can you tell me what you do within the agricultural industry?
We're an agronomy company and we give agronomy advice to farmers. We're the arable team, but we also have fruit and amenity teams nationally. And we supply and advise on seed, nutrition, soil health, and we have a precision team as well that allows farmers to apply their products more precisely.
More environmentally friendly?
Yeah, more to crop need rather than blanket applications.
Fantastic. So have you got your own labs, have you, and testing facilities?
We use a national lab that we send analysis off to. But we're out in the field normally.
Yes.
Walking across crops, just seeing what the crops are doing and hoping to and aiming to meet crop requirements and maximise their potential.
So a farmer contacts you, he says he wants some tests done, and you make arrangements to go out on the field with your technicians?
No, so agronomist has regular customers.
Okay.
So we would see those every 10 to 14 days throughout the season, checking on the growth of the crop and
the needs of the crop as well.
Yes, and meeting the needs of the crop, both in terms of keeping it free of pests, diseases and weeds, and making sure that the nutrition is correct for that crop to meet market requirements.
Okay. Now, obviously, you're providing the service. There is obviously a subscription charge or an annual charge. Do you offer that, sir?
So growers pay for our time, just like you would pay for an accountant.
Oh, I see. So you just pay for the one-off service.
So you can pay an annual fee, or it is included in the cost of the supply of the product.
Okay. Thanks ever so much for your time. I'm going to give you a card now.
Thank you.
And please have a look at the channel. That'd be great. Thanks for your time.
All right, then. Thank you.
Cheerio for now. Thanks, guys.
Cheers.
Kirkland. Good morning, guys.
Hello, how you doing?
At least you're not running away like everyone else is.
No, you're right.
Yeah, good. Tell me, what do you do, and tell me about your machines.
Right, okay, the machinery side, it's got the best speech to the eye, but we sell farm machinery, we sell for 2 vineyards,
Yep.
2 farms, we do tractors, loaders. Anything you wanted to add to that, Scott?
Specialist machinery basically for fruit growers and vineyards.
So it's a smaller machine rather than the big 200-300 horsepower tractors. So you can get in between the rows. And grapes are taking off quite well in Kent now, isn't it? So it's quite a big market for you guys, I would say.
Yeah, there's a big market on the vineyard side of things, yeah.
Yeah. So do you want to walk us around your equipment? Are you locally based?
We are. We're in
Maidstone.
Sutton Valence.
Oh, Maidstone, so not so far at all. And obviously you've got a web page or something where the
We've
guys
got the
can...
website, yeah.
Yep,
We've got the website, you can find us on there. We've got Instagram and the usual sort of social media.
of course.
And we are also the main dealers for these machines, so whoever you are buying from, it will
Do you
be
do
from us.
an only sale, or do you do a lease terms as well on your
No, we
machines?
do contract hire, any different types of lease.
And obviously a backup service for your
Yeah,
equipment.
so we have full workshop facilities.
And you carry spares?
Yeah.
So if a farmer has a breakdown that evening, he can get the machine going the next day, could he?
Yeah. So we have a separate parts department with guys in there all the time, and service department with engineers on the road.
Oh, fantastic. We'll start us off with the small and then we go to the large, shall we?
Okay, so we
Thanks for your time, I appreciate it.
Pleasure.
And your name is?
My name's Holly.
Thank you, Holly.
No worries.
So yeah, we've just brought 2 ranges of the machines that we sell. One being the tractors, and the other the giant loaders. So the baby one here is 25 horsepower Kubota diesel engine.
Right. Similar to a skid steer, really.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
you stand on the back. It is skid steer. It hasn't got a steering wheel. It's obviously skid steer. Lift capacity is around about 400 kilograms.
Yep. Ground clearance.
Lots of different attachments that you can put on it as well. So lots of different things you can do.
Could you put forks on the front of it?
Yeah, pallet forks, flail mowers.
So if I'm thinking of the apple bins or the plastic storage bins, and you've got a lift off capacity of
400 kilograms roughly.
And height wise,
it'll lift to I think it's to about 2 meters. Something like that, yeah.
Oh, fantastic! Nice little piece of kit, really,
That's
isn't it?
Yeah, and then you've got the sit-on version. So
right.
So these are available in lots of different sizes.
Yep.
This particular one here is has a lift capacity of about 1.2 ton.
Nice tyres on it as well. I can
Yeah,
see.
that's it. So those tyres are kind of an in-between ag and grass tyre. Sort of.
Yep. And it's Arctic steer, I'd noticed as well.
That's
isn't
it, yeah.
So better steering.
Very manoeuvrable.
Very
yeah.
manoeuvrable in a tight area space.
Exactly right. Yeah.
Yeah, and up the road, it can go out on the field and
Can
up
go
the roads.
up the roads, yeah. And the good thing about individual wheel motors like this is it doesn't churn the ground up so much, so it doesn't make such a mess.
Exactly, with the wider tyres and everything.
Yeah.
And you could follow the harvester about, really, couldn't you?
Yeah, exactly.
And when the boxes are loaded, you just take the box off the load and
Exactly
transport
right.
it back to the
Yeah.
main warehouse, couldn't
That's
you?
right, yeah.
And what? Sorry, I didn't catch that. This is the giant, and this is the oh, I can see it.
G2500. That actually means 2.5 ton service weight.
Oh, okay.
But the lift capacity is about 1.2 on this one.
Do you do a full cab or is it just an
Yeah, we
open
do
cab?
full cab versions, and there's lots of different options. So yeah, this is just one of many, really.
Fantastic. And moving on from there.
And then the tractor side of things. So we've brought 4 models here today. The smallest one is the TTR 4400.
Right.
This one here.
So what would these be used for then?
So a lot of them are. A lot of the bigger ones we sell to fruit growers because they're up to 100 horsepower and really compact.
And you could put a sprayer on the back
Yeah,
of it, couldn't
exactly
you?
right. Yeah, but the smaller stuff, a lot of these go into golf courses, that kind of thing.
Yep, gotcha.
So this one here is hydrostatic drive, 38 horsepower.
and it's reversible, so you can spin the seat round in seconds and do either direction.
Could you put like a backhoe on or something?
Yeah, you can do. Yeah. Then this one here is 50 horsepower. This one's non-reversible, so the standard configuration.
Yep.
That's a lot of those go into forestry, that kind of thing.
Yeah. And where are these manufactured? Are they
They're all made in Italy.
Italy.
So,
and you import them obviously and sell them out of your main dealership.
Antonio Carraro has been going for over 110 years, and they only make tractors up to 100 horsepower, specialist stuff. So.
Okay, and they're quite good in the market wise.
Yeah.
They're not really expensive and a lot.
No, I mean, of this style of tractor, equal wheel tractor, they would be the high end ones. So they are probably a bit more money than some, but they hold the value as well. So.
And do you do a good trading on them for a new machine?
Yeah, we would do. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic!
And then the other two models we've got here is this one here is 100 horsepower.
Right.
Articulated, so
again you can spin round.
And as you can see, the seat spins around. That one's in the reverse drive position there.
Okay. And you got the conventional looking, what I would call the conventional looking tractor as is.
Yeah, and then this one here, that's 100 horsepower. That has a CVT transmission, so it's automatic, fully automatic.
Okay.
Full spray cab and everything. Yeah.
And could you a lot of tractors today they've got like monitors in the cab to monitor the feed rate or the spray rate.
Yeah, we can do all that kind of thing. It can be set up. Yeah.
It's like a plug and play sort of system, could it be?
Yeah. So
okay
GPS
then.
Systems and that kind of thing.
Well, thanks ever so much for showing me around.
No
I do appreciate it. I'll give you a card before you go.
Yeah, excellent.
And you're going to give me a card.
That's got the website address on it and everything else, and obviously Scott's name in that. So if you want to sort of tie up a bit.
Good afternoon, guys. I've spoke to you already.
Yeah, I'll make a show.
Kings, tell me what you're all about.
So we're King's Crops. We supply a range of game cover, green cover, forage, wildflower mixtures to farmers and landowners across the UK.
So that 12 metre strip is your domain, is it?
It is, and the whole field these days. So agri-environment schemes are allowing us to take on not just the edge of the field and the poor land, but the whole field as well if need be.
Oh, okay, that's fantastic. And what do you offer a service to or do they just come and buy the seed as and when?
Advice led, so some growers know exactly what they want, but we spend a lot of time advising farmers and landowners on how to get the best from the schemes, get the best options, and then choose the right mixtures and get the best results from it. So.
I can see a quad behind me. Now, would you spread it, or would the farmer spread it, or would you offer that as a service?
No, the farmers would do it themselves.
Okay,
so that's part of the soil 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 sampling service that's run by our colleagues.
Is there certain parts of the countryside that you would say a better mix is better, and like the south and the north sort of thing? Would you say for the wildlife?
There are some regional variances, but the south of England generally would be fairly consistent, but as you get up into northern England, Scotland, then mixtures and options change, but it's not a big change. It's more about the advice and the drilling times and the establishment that we're keeping.
Yeah, so would you go in before the drill or after the drill for his main crop?
Depends on what we're doing. If it's a stewardship option and these features are fixed features on the farm, if we're doing cover crops, catch crops, companion crops, then they are either going in with the crop or before the crop.
Okay. Oh, so you're alongside the crop, you could plant in between them, could you, or something?
Potentially, yeah. So companion cropping in oilseed rape's becoming a much more common practice. So using the companion crop as a way of establishing the rape, keeping the flea beetle challenge down.
That's what I was going to mention. The flea beetle has been quite a nuisance this year for the rapeseed, and it's quite a big crop to lose, isn't it? Really?
Yeah. Well, it's a very important break crop. High commodity prices. Very valuable crop to UK farming, so anything we can do to help it get away in the face of flea beetle and other establishment challenges, the better.
Okay, and you are based where?
Our head office is in Diss in Norfolk.
Okay, and you obviously got a website that people can...
www.kingscrops.co.uk.
Thanks, and your name is?
Richard Barnes.
Thanks for your time.
Not at all, thank you.
Morning, guys. You are Danny's?
Yeah.
Which are you, Danny, or?
I'm Danny, yeah.
You're Danny, and you offer a service to the farmer?
Yeah.
Agricultural tyres, I presume?
Yeah.
Mainly in the southeast, or do you cover a wider?
Southeast.
Southeast.
Yeah.
And you've got quite a big business in that area, have you?
Quite big, yeah.
Yeah, and you, what does a farmer come and see you, or phone you up and you offer your services?
Yeah. Ring up, yeah.
And what, you go to the big tractors as well as the small?
Yeah, everything,
apple growers and that sort of thing, yeah?
Yeah, all of it, yeah.
Yeah, and where are you based?
We're in Kent, West Malling.
West Malling in Kent. Okay, and have you got a website that people can see?
Yeah.
It's on the side of the truck, is it? Okay. Well, thanks ever so much.
Alright, no worries.
Tyres now. I can see you've got several varieties. Now, what's the difference between them all?
So come over here. So these ones are the turf ones. They're more for like the grass. These are the trailer. Then they're trailers. Then the open centre ones. They're more for the farm side of it, like the open centre pattern, which is a more familiar tractor pattern.
Yeah.
Then you've got the normal tractor tyre there. Then the other bigger ones, they're the flotation type tyres, for like the big grain trailers and everything else.
Now they tell me, I don't know how true it is, but they tell me you put on a trailer, you put the tyre around the other way to stop wear on the road. Is that correct, or am I just
not really? No, most of the time you kind of just fit them on the correct way. Each tyre has a rotational way, and it's only really the big diesel tankers and slurry tankers. You put them on the other way around, and that just helps slipping on banks and stuff. But 90% of the stuff goes the right way.
And you mentioned about slipping and one thing and another. Is there an optimum tyre for a particular farm, like an arable farm or a dairy farm or something like that? Would you have more, say, a grass tyre for a dairy farm?
No, not really. It's mainly so like the open centre pattern, like the tractor pattern. You use that for pretty much general everything on all farms. Then it's only really like if you're doing a lot of like grass cutting on like school fields and stuff where you can't have the tractor patterns damaging the grass, then you use the turf tyre instead.
Yeah. Do you keep a variety of tyres in stock?
Yes, we got a big variety in stock. Then any other tyre, if we haven't got it in stock, we can get it next day delivered, which we pick up early in the morning. Then we'll be on site in the morning.
And fit?
Yeah, fit them or repair or anything else. So these pickups we've got 3 pickups and we've got 1 other car tyre van covering the whole of the southeast.
Okay, now obviously there's a lot of Chinese rubber coming into the country at the moment.
Yep.
What is your main suppliers?
So the bulk of our stuff is BKT and Alliance. They're all made in India.
Yep.
So the main ones we do is MRL. They're kind of the budget brand. Then we've got BKT and Alliance. They're kind of on par. They're like the mid-range sort of stuff. They're all made in India. Then we do other stuff called like Pirellis and depends like other lorry tyres, but a lot of it's India.
Yeah. Now tell me something. Obviously, on road tyres, you get what you paid for.
Yep.
Now, if you're buying a cheap tyre, it's not going to last the same as an expensive tyre. Is that the same within the tractor industry? Would you say?
It is in a sense. With like the bigger tractor tyres, more quality, you do get like slightly more wear out of it. But at the same time, if you caught it on feeding the cows and you catch it on the side of the barn, it's going to rip the sidewall, whether it's a cheap tyre or an expensive tyre. Road-wise, it doesn't really make a massive amount of difference. But a BKT, they're kind of on par with the other stuff. It's only like Michelin's, you'll probably pay double the price of a BKT, but you won't get double the wear out of it.
No, and obviously if you keep a tyre on the land, it's going to last longer on the road. I mean, you must have farmers that do a lot of travelling on road between farms.
Yeah, so like for example, some of the trailer tyres we do. So the some like these normal 15-3 flotation tyres.
Yep.
That's kind of what you find on pretty much every farm. Every farm's got a 15-3 tyre like that, which is great. They do the job, but a lot of our farmers, we're farming nowadays, and you've got farms all over Kent. We're converting these into lorry tyres, so we'll swap the rims over and put lorry tyres on. Okay. They're not quite as good on the field because where they're narrower, they can cut into the ground more, but you'll get 10 times more life out of them on the road.
And you can recut the tread on them as well, can't you?
Yeah, some of them, you can, yeah.
So that's you offer that service?
Yeah, everything, yeah. So yeah, a lot of farmers nowadays, especially when they got a few farms in Kent, and they got like maybe it might be a half an hour drive from each other, and they got a cart, corn, or just like anything, they're carting from one to the other. They'll put the narrow crops on, the lorry tyres on, and they're brilliant on the road.
That's perfect for the road, isn't it?
And you'll get a hell of a lot less punches because the lorry tyres are much higher ply rating than these, so you'll get
they're built for the road.
Exactly. So you'll get less punches as well as more life out of them than one of these tyres. But these are still great because when you're on the farm and you're using it purely just on the farm,
on grassland,
where they're a wider profile and their flotation tyre, it doesn't damage the ground as much.
Fantastic. Yeah, because obviously compaction's quite a big thing with farmers, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, do you offer? I can see your narrow tyre. Do you offer a big metre wide?
Oh, everything. Yeah, we literally do. We do everything from a wheelbarrow up to a combine.
Oh,
so anything, and say car tyres, everything up from everything. The only thing we don't massively get involved with is the lorry tyres. If it's a farm lorry, not a problem, or if it's a horse box, it's fine. But it's only like on site, like on the motorways and stuff. We're not really interested in. We're a farm-based company. We're interested in that.
Now, obviously, I can't see a crane in your vehicle. Now, obviously, some of these top big tyres are heavy to put on. Obviously, do you carry 2 people?
Yeah. So obviously, because we got 3 of the vans. They are heavy to get on. We'll use a forklift to get them off.
And the farmer would
pretty much most farms. If they haven't got one, we'll just roll them off the back.
Okay.
But even the real big stuff, they are doable by one person. But we try and have 2 people there for safety and everything else.
Safety at the end of the day, mate, isn't it? I can see your number on the vehicle. The guys can contact you on that number.
Yeah. So that's Danny's number.
Is that a direct to Danny then?
Yeah, that's direct to Danny. That's for all the farm work and plant and tyre service. Then that's our website, Danny B. Shaw Tyres, or if you just go on Google, you can type in Danny B. Shaw and it comes up. Then that covers it, pretty much everything. My number personally is for the car tyres, but you can find out on the website and everything's on the website.
Okay, and your name is?
I'm Charlie, I'm Danny's son.
Thank you, Charlie. Thanks for your time.
No problem.
Appreciate it. Hello, you. What's that then? I can't run fast enough, can I? What's your name?
Tilly.
Tilly. Good afternoon. And who's going to talk to me here? This young lady here. So,
Hello.
what services do you offer?
We offer training services for the farming community and other businesses associated with it, where they be skills for driving tractors or lift trucks or diggers, and a lot of agronomy courses. And we also run a cereal discussion group, which is very much looking at sustainable farming these days. So very good.
And so would the farmer contact you for your advice, and you'd go and see him, would you? And
we'd go and see them in normal circumstances. We do have a core membership that we've dealt with for many years.
Yeah. And is there a subscription to that membership? Or?
Yes, we have a small subscription, and the difference being we deal with members and non-members, but members have visits and when we are able to, and more cost effective.
Obviously, I mean, paying a subscription is obviously a cost, but over that year you'll get that cost back in your advice you can give out to the farmers.
Advice and reduced course fees. We would get it back.
Oh, that's a discount. We love a discount, don't we?
Absolutely. Farmers love discounts. Yes.
Well, thanks ever so much for your time. And your name is?
Diane Quested.
From?
Mid-Kent Training.
Thanks very much.
Thank
Cheerio.
you.
Bye. Tilly.
Bye.
My son's got dog's called Tilly as well. Good morning, One Pay.
Good morning.
What
Good
services?
afternoon.
Oh, good afternoon. I can't believe. What services do you offer to the farmer then?
So we do bank accounts for the seasonal temporary workers. You know, the migrant workers.
Oh, okay.
Come in. So not so much arable because there's not such a large force.
Pickers.
But mainly the pickers, yeah. So we work with recruitment agencies as well, where they have distribution centres for supermarkets.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, we're just geared up to help the workers so they can get paid electronically.
Fantastic. And what does the farmer come to you, does he? And,
yeah, we are a B2B service, so we work business to business. So we work with the growers ourselves. The difference between us and a bank is that we don't need a national insurance number for the worker.
Okay.
We don't need to check their right to work documentation because the workers and the growers have done that for us, or the labour providers.
Okay.
And we don't have to worry about multi-occupancy because we know that our end users all tend to live in caravans.
Well, thanks ever so much. I'm going to nick another chocolate.
No, feel free, help yourself.
Thank you. Oh.
Today's the day.
And how can we contact you?
Best balls. We have our own website, onepay.co.uk.
Yep.
or people tend to contact me directly on via my business cards. But yeah.
And your name is?
Alison.
From One Pay.
Ah, yeah.
Thanks ever so much. Then. Thank
Take
you.
care.
Cheerio.
Have a good day. Cheers.
Good afternoon. Vintage. It's
Vantage England and Wales, yeah.
Vantage, sorry,
Really?
Vantage Wales. And tell me what you have to do with the agricultural business then. We're to pick on the young lady.
Oh, why is it always me? We supply precision farming equipment to the agricultural sector.
Oh, smash it. And so you offer a service to the farmer or a...
Supply, fit and install of all hardware.
Perfect. It works in with the satellites, I presume.
All satellites, RTK.
Okay, and how would they get hold of you for doing this sort of thing?
If they phone our office or I travel around the southeast area, they can pick on me and then ask me.
Okay, can you give us a quick demonstration then? Or shall we look at someone else to do it? They all look frightened.
No, everyone looks frightened. It's the first show out, isn't it? Everyone's like,
so you
what?
can put this system straight onto an older tractor, could you?
Yeah, we pride ourselves on being being able to fit to anything.
Okay.
So non-steering ready tractors can have a motor and steering wheel fitted, and that connects into the display and the receiver on the roof.
Yep.
And in simple terms, all it can do is drive in a straight line. Very simply.
Yeah.
It can do awful lot more than that. So you can do section control, variable rate. It can connect through isobus systems, and then we've got a software as well where you can create variable rate maps and then push them out to the display.
Yeah.
So it can do all of that. Newer tractors that are all auto guide ready and have the hydraulic valves installed on them, they essentially just need the display and the receiver.
And that's just a plug and play option.
Plug and play.
Okay,
Away
fantastic.
you go.
So it stops the over-spraying or over-drilling.
Exactly.
And it's precision, so there's no scratch marks up the field or anything like that.
Exactly. This system can go down to 2.5 centimetre accuracy.
Really?
Repeated across the field.
Is it an expensive piece of kit?
It all comes down to what you compare it to, really. If you're overlapping by a foot in your field, you're wasting an awful lot of product.
Obviously.
So what would you rather? Waste loads of product and not know what you're actually wasting cost-wise,
Yep.
or spend a bit of money and know that you're actually saving that much?
That makes a lot of sense. Now, obviously, do you offer a backup service if a client buys this equipment?
Yep, so it all comes with warranty, which varies on each bit of hardware,
Yep.
but it's also supported by our back office team. So we've got engineers that cover the whole of the country, so wherever you are, you've got an engineer nearby, but there's also a support line that you can phone.
So, for instance, I'm stuck in the field and this packs up. I'll give you a call. Can you do like most computers these days, log on to the systems in the cab?
Yep.
And then try and fix it in cab rather than having to send a technician out there?
Yeah, so these newer displays connect to the internet.
Yep.
And you can put an app on there called TeamViewer. Our tech guys can log into the TeamViewer, see what you're doing, and then try and talk you through it.
Oh, okay.
They're live there and then. If they can't fix that, then an engineer will get sent out to you.
Now, obviously, today's farming, you farm into the night time now. Do you offer a 24-hour service or a late service, do you?
In the busy seasons, we offer a late service and a weekend service. In out of seasons, it's sort of normal working hours.
Oh, okay. And I can see another package behind you. Now tell me about this as well. Seed counting.
Seed counting and blockage system. So this is separate from the Trimble product. It's run by a company called MC Electronics, and we are the UK reseller for it.
Could you get a bit closer for me? Fantastic.
And what it does is these modules fit on the coulters, and they essentially monitor for any blockages.
Okay, so you can fit this on your own drill, standalone, and it monitors the seed.
Exactly, and so it can count how many seeds are going into the ground. So rather than just saying, oh, I need to do X amount of kilos per hectare, you can actually say, I want this many seeds planted per hectare.
That's great, because the spacing, and obviously if you have missed seeds, then you get a patch and you can see that straight away, can't you?
And it always happens when it's by road and everyone can see it and they can all laugh at you.
Yeah. And you ain't got to get out of the tractor and dig up your rolls and see that you missed seeds.
Yeah.
So it's all logged onto the computer in a cab.
Yeah. No calibrating. So there's no more calibrating to make sure it's putting on X amount of kilo per hectare, because this counts the seed. So you just say to it, I want to put in X amount of seed per metre square.
Yeah.
and it all essentially calibrates for you.
And that is the display in the cab, is it? What you got
That
there?
display goes into the cab. Really simple system. It's all on a daisy chain, so you can't get it wrong. Left to right, they just plug into each other and then plug into that. It's all done via this display, and it flashes up. If there's a blockage, it will come up on the display, beep at you, and then cross out which coulter is blocked. You get out, sort out the blockage, away you go.
Oh, fantastic. And obviously down at the drill itself, and obviously if it's blocked up with mud or everything, it'll back up and it'll alert them straight away.
Exactly.
An alarm will go off in the cab with it.
Yeah.
Thanks ever so much, I appreciate that. And your name is?
My name's Lily.
And you're from?
Vantage, England and Wales.
Thanks ever so much.
Thank you very
Cheerio
much.
for now then.
Thank you.
Cheers, buddy.
Amazing.
Fantastic.
Thanks ever so much then. Cheerio.
Thank you.
These guys, are you packing up?
Sorry?
Are you packing up? Or just getting out the wind?
Yeah, gradually, slowly packing away.
You don't want to talk to me then? Or do you want to talk to me?
We can talk to you if you like. Yeah.
Always happy to talk.
Yeah.
Alright, and well, tell me about yourselves and what do you give to the agricultural industry then?
I work for Zern Harvesting, and we make attachments for combines to make the combine more efficient, and also coming into the mechanical weeding industry, or mechanical weed control, with the seed terminator, which is a hammer mill for the back of your combine to destroy all the weed and volunteer seeds coming out of the back of the combine.
Okay, so that will go well with minimum till, so you leave the straw on the ground, and it's all broken down. It can obviously break down a lot quicker in the soil, great for the worms.
Yeah, and obviously you've got no weed seeds to regrow a year later as well.
Oh, fantastic.
So reducing your seed bank of weed seeds.
So is it a lease job or is it a for sale only?
It's for sale, yeah.
And do you have a backup service or a factory where you?
Yeah, we have a factory in Germany where all our products are
What about a
produced.
backup system in this country if something breaks down?
We have our dealer network in the UK to support the
obviously
products.
the harvest season is quite a critical time for having a big machine in the field. If something breaks down, would you be able to get out to them within 24 hours?
Yeah, it all depends with our dealer backup. They would be local to the customer, so they can get out quickly to the customer.
Okay, well thanks ever so much. And your name
is George.
Thank you, George. Thanks for your time. I'm going to scan around your tent. And the man just took his hat off. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm David Bowman. I'm Garford Farm Machinery. We do mechanical weeding and spot spraying.
Okay, sorry, so you're not with this guy next in your own tent?
We're a parent company. We're with a joint company.
Oh, fantastic.
So Garfords are based in South Lincolnshire.
Yeah.
Been going for a number of years, family company. Do a lot with hose. We were the first people to put precision camera steered hose on the market.
I can see your picture behind it. Can I just focus in on that? Because I mean, it's gone off now. It's hoeing.
That's your hose between the crop as well, yeah.
So your system sets all that up on your machine, does it, or something, or do you?
Yeah, we have a camera set grid system that we do that with, and we're advancing further now into actual identification of specific weed types for a camera.
Okay, so you can happily go around each lettuce as you got in the picture there, without actually pulling the up.
Yep.
Fantastic. It sounds like a great technology, and it's obviously good for the farmer because he's not losing yield.
No.
And you said you're based up in
South Lincolnshire.
South Lincolnshire. Obviously, you have a dealerships in Kent.
We have some dealerships. We do a lot of we deal direct quite a lot because most of our machines are quite bespoke.
Right. Okay.
So
and it can be fitted on any tractor, can it?
Yes.
Okay. Obviously, the fen land. That's where a lot of the.
Traditionally, yes, but we sell a lot more into cereals and crops like that now. So we're doing a lot in the west.
Oh, well, thanks for your time. I appreciate it. Then.
No worries.
Cheerio for now.
Any final questions for you, wrap up? In which case, John, thank you very much for your time for the fascinating talk, and I'm sure everyone's going over with ideas. I hope you're all feeling hopeful.